Hi everyone, just wanted to do a video on post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'd like to share a little technique that I use for anything that has disturbed me in the past. And most recently in 2016, I used it after I had a car crash. So it was a very disturbing event for me, and I found that at the end, in the evening time, when I got back from the hospital, my mind kept replaying. It wasn't bad enough that I had experienced what I experienced, but my mind wanted to just keep replaying it. And I think the purpose of that is to help us to process it. But we're not like that. Humans like to analyze everything and figure out what does this mean and what if something worse had happened, and we like to play with our emotion. So I discovered this, and with a bit of humor, I was able to come up with this kind of technique that actually stopped me getting too far into the post-traumatic stress disorder, and I was able to overcome it. I'm not going to tell you it was easy. It did take me about 8 weeks after the car crash to actually comfortably drive again. Obviously, I was in a lot of pain. I had to recover from that first. But once that physical recovery happened, it did take me another couple of weeks to actually feel comfortable. And that stress did linger on for a little bit longer, but it didn't turn into post traumatic stress disorder. So I was able to get back into a car after 8 weeks and drive. And then reinforcing, if you practice what I'm going to share, if you keep reinforcing this, you'll be driving confidently again if you're in a car crash, or if it was a situation where you're attacked or a confrontation with someone, you'll see yourself acting differently after doing this technique. If you want to give it a go, see, and come back and let me know how you get on. You can chop and change this. You can add to this yourself and make it better. And that's what I've done. I've used many of these techniques over the years, and then after the car crash, I changed it up, something different for myself again. So I found this one to be very useful. I called it the dancing hippos. So just briefly, what happened to me was that after the car crash, as I say, all these things kept coming into my mind. It wasn't only the car crash that actually happened that kept coming back into my mind. I noticed that at one stage even a truck came in. I said there wasn't even a truck in the actual scene that happened that day. So I said, well, the only thing that hasn't hit me, is a gang of hippos in pink tutus on a circus scooter, or Ronald McDonald on his bike. I said, this is obviously getting ridiculous. So with that, I decided I was going to start playing with my mind and not let it play with me anymore. So I started imagining every time it would present something ridiculous, like even if it presented the accident again to me, instead of the car hitting me, I said, well, I'm going to turn that car into something marshmallowy or something. So it bounces off me, doesn't hit me, and bounces back. And it's bright pink and it's all spongy looking and it's ridiculous. And then the mind would attempt to come back and do it again. And I say, no, no, this is not a car. This here comes Ronald McDonald on a bike. And then I started playing with mine and said, well, no, no, how about what if before the car hits, and turns into marshmallow, that a gang of hippos start dancing across the road in tutus, pink tutus. And then I started bringing in silly music, Benny Hill music, and then I started doing, I said, well, how about we'll do like something coming up in front of the screen, like a duck or something on whack, and I started just breaking it up. Then I started spinning it around. So I imagined I was looking at this scene out, from a camera phone or from a camera or video recorder or something like that. I took myself out of it then. And I said, well, if I'm just observing it, I'm not actually in it. I'm not feeling the same feelings or, the sensing everything that was happening. I'm watching it as an observer. I'm a bit more detached. So I started doing that. And then I started turning, it upside down, spinning it fast forward, rewinding it, all sorts of stuff. So that's what I like to do with you today. So think about it. If it's a person, or before we go into this, okay, if it's a person or situation like that, how can we make this ridiculous when you replay it in your mind? So if it's a person who was confronting you with, or said something to you, or, it's intrusive thoughts about somebody that's bothering you or frightening you or something like that, stick them in a blonde wig, or a polka dot dress or something, just something, or a silly moustache, and a big handlebar moustaches, the big mad ones. Put something like that, or big mad eyebrows on them, or silly glasses, with angel wings on them or something, or sunflowers on them. Do something like that. in your mind, and it'll take the severity out of it. You're going to detach, disassociate from it. And the same with if it's like an accident or something like, or an attack or something like that, we can change the thing that hit you or the person who hit you into a marshmallow or rubber man or something like that. It depends. I obviously, it's too many different variations of what could have happened to you. If you want to contact me personally, I'll help you a bit more if you want. You know, but I'll just do a general visualization for this, and you might be able to work with your own imagination to just change it up and just make it suit for yourself. So look, if you're in a good place and it's safe for you to sit or lie down and close your eyes, please do so. And we'll just run through a short variation of this. So closing your eyes, just breathing in and out slowly and deeply. And just a bit of protection around you, putting a white light pyramid of protection around you, or your own spiritual protection around your space and around yourself. And imagining that you're grounding your energy into Omega chakra point, which is 8 inches below the base of your spine, or into the earth, whichever feels right for you. Calling in angels, guides, God, whoever, just to be there for you. Or a higher power, an intelligence, whatever you work with. Or none of you don't work any. So we're just going to imagine the situation that you want to deal with, that you want to overcome, and you want to feel better about and be free of. Because it's not bad enough that it happened once, you have to go and relive it every single day. No. This is the day you're getting rid of this. Or you're going to begin to get rid of it anyway. It takes a bit of practice. So don't think of whatever the situation is that's bothering you. And I want you to take out in your mind a video camera phone, whatever you want to use. You're going to look at it through the lens of this thing. So you're not actually in it. You're going to be looking in on it, like you're someone outside the window looking in, or someone out in the street looking in, whatever the situation is. So you're looking at that situation before the bad thing happens. Okay? So we're going to do it in slow motion. So we're going to imagine it's coming up to it, and it's really slow, really, really slow, really, really slow. And then boom, this is where it's just about to happen. So you're going to turn it into something, okay? I want you to turn it into something. If it's a person, put a stupid wig on them or a silly moustache or something. Change it. Okay? Change their voice. They're going to talk like Elmer Fudd or Mickey Mouse now. Then they're going to talk backwards. And then they're going to talk again. If that's that situation, okay? If it's a car crash or an accident or something like that, you're going to see it slow motion coming up to the point of impact, and you're going to turn the thing that hit you into a big block of marshmallow or something like that. Or you can dissolve it, or you see all these special effects in the movies all the time where things ripple and disappear or fractalize or something. Use your imagination, come up with something wonderful, but it doesn't actually hurt you this time. Not this time. Might have done it the first time. It's not doing it again. Not today. Thank you very much. All right. So whatever it was that hurt you is not hurting you now. It's going to turn into rubber or turn into plastic, soft plastic, or it's going to turn into marshmallow or something. Okay. And then I want you to put some stupid music in here. Like it could be a Benny Hill music or something, or circus music. Or Benny Hill. Something stupid, okay? And then I want a duck to come up in front. And the duck goes off. Okay, see where I'm going with this? Something stupid. We're not going to take the mind serious for this kind of thing anymore. It's bad enough. You did it once. You're not going to do it again, okay? So anytime your mind wants to throw stuff at you, and it will. And I'll tell you why it will. Because you form new neural pathways when that incident happened, and every time you thought about that incident, you formed new, stronger neural pathways. And every time you think a thought, you strengthen a neural pathway. And they get very strong, and they become an automatic way of thinking. And then it adds new stuff in there with your imagination. So we're not going to do that anymore. So let's just Stop that little video now. You're going to press pause and rewind it back. Let it go all the way back to the start of that scene that you keep playing in your mind. I'm going to do this 3 times. So we've done it once. I'm going to do it twice without talking in through it, okay? So I'm going to press play. And it's going to go nice and slow up to the incident. And then you're going to change it. Okay, you're going to change it to whatever you need to change it, whether you're putting a wig on someone or a stupid looking dress on them or silly looking glasses. You're going to have them talking like Elmer Fudd, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, you name it. Okay? If you're having a point of impact, if someone is hitting you or something, it's turning into something else. It's not actually physically hitting you. Okay, you're not feeling pain here. Okay, you're going to laugh. Okay, you're going to laugh, and I know we've had horrible things happening, but you've got to control your mind, or your mind's going to control you. If you want to change this, you're going to have to do some work on this. Break some rules from what people say you can or can't do. This is what works. I've done this myself so many different times. You're going to laugh, okay, and you're going to turn them into rubber or plastic, or they'll fractalize into 1,000 different pieces, or dissolve, or something. Whatever it is. You're not trying to harm anyone. That's dark magic. We're not doing that. This is just to stop your mind controlling you. This is obviously short videos here. I have to explain everything, you know. You're not trying to hurt anybody. You're just trying to stop your mind hurting you. All right, so whatever it is. Let's bring in some silly music. Oh, here comes the duck. Whack! Off it goes. All right. Now, this is a short video. I will be doing longer ones of these, but you're getting the gist of this. Now, I want you to spin that image around on its head. It's like a freeze frame. I want you to spin it around on its head. Spin it around, spin it around, spin it around, upside down, back and forth, coming towards you, going away from you. It's going into black and white. It's coming back into color, going back into black and white. It's spinning off around. It's going backwards, it's going forwards, and then it's right way around. You press pause and rewind it back one more time. Ready? We're going to press play one more time, nice and slow motion, coming right up to the scene when this thing has happened to you, whatever it is, and we're going to make it as ridiculous as we can. This is it. This is the big one. Let's make it really ridiculous now. Bring in the music, bring in the silly voices. I want you to spin this thing around, upside down, whatever it is, with a person, with a situation. If it's an impact, bring in something stupid. Bring in the hippo. Bring in the pink tutus. Bring in the clowns. Whatever it is. Marshmallows. Whatever it needs to be. It hasn't hit you. It hasn't hurt you. It hasn't touched you. You're bigger than this. You're not letting your mind control you today. No, thank you. All right? Making it ridiculous. Speeding it up now. I want you to speed it up. Turn it black and white. Reverse it, turn it up on its head, spin it around, backwards, forwards, all over the place. Okay, and then we're going to let it spin off up to the universe. Pop, it's gone. Do it one more time. Spin it around upside down, that little scene. Spin it around upside down. Whoop, pop, up into the universe. And we'll do it one more time. Spin it around upside down, all around, backwards and forwards, black and white, and off it goes. Gone. Okay, that's just a small little video there. Okay, you can practice this yourself. I will do a longer one at some stage, I will, for this. But look, something to work with in your mind. So when you're ready, open your eyes, if you close them. Take a nice deep breath. Today's a new day, darlings. Put your white light pyramid around you and ground your energy again if you feel like doing that. And I would like you to say, practice this. Practice it and don't give up. Do not give up till you get results. Because there's many different ways of doing this kind of thing. I just did a mismatch of all the different things I've used. There's many different. I have a book out, Same Shit, Different Day. I have 3 different techniques in that, like what I just did today. And you can make it up yourself. But what I'm saying to you is you need to stop the neural pathways that are creating those images that are giving you post-traumatic stress disorder. You've got to stop that. Okay, now you can't get rid of those neural pathways, but if you don't use a neural pathway, it becomes void in a way. It's useless. It doesn't have any power over you. So what you're creating doing this, you've created a new neural pathway around whatever has happened to you that has caused post-traumatic stress disorder. And if you form new neural pathways and you could keep doing this and disassociate, those thoughts won't come back in and have the same effect on you. They won't be able to control your mind. So anyway, look, if you need more clarification, please feel free to contact me or comment, whatever. I'll help you if I can. If you need clarification, I'm just trying to do short videos here to explain things, but you can have a lengthier conversation on all of this stuff. Anyway, I hope this helps you. It certainly has helped me in many, many different situations, and I'm always coming up with new ideas to throw in on it as well. So look, hope you all have a blessed day. I hope you manage to overcome the post-traumatic stress disorder. Whatever has happened to you, do not let your mind control you anymore. Not anymore. Not today. Not tomorrow. Never again. But it will take practice. It may take a few weeks or months. It could take you longer. It depends how committed you are to changing this. But you can change it. I know, because I've actually changed it for many, many different things that have happened to me. Anyway, have a blessed day. Look after yourselves, and much love and light to you all. Take care. Bye now.